after a lot of real folks that was involved in the gang culture got knocked down and some got sent to prison, after the smoke cleared, that's when the return of the squares popped out. That's when they popped back out, and that's facts. What's up, Jordan Downs? You already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape TV, and today we gonna jump into this reaction. We gonna talk about the gang culture, how all the squares popped out after everybody got knocked down and got their time. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge straight up. Make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when we drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. You already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in. Now that I got y'all attention, we finna break this reaction down to the very last compound. So let's dive into this reaction. And when I talk about the return of the squares, what I'm talking about is the dudes that was playing sports, being players and doing other stuff and wasn't participating, in the beefs, in the wars, back when everything was active, when everybody was out and, doing their thing. Like, I just don't understand the part of the squares. Like, a lot of them was normal, regular dudes that was accepted. We accept regular people, normal people. Everybody got positions to play. But then you got these dudes in different communities of the gang culture that ain't never really had a name, ain't never been nobody far as, in these streets. Like far as participating in the beats. So now that a lot of people is doing life sentences and a lot of people got knocked down that had a voice, a lot of these people are popping out of nowhere for the simple fact that the ones that's left out, like to survive and still walk the streets, take care of their kids and do all that. We doing something else right now. We trying to fix the community. We trying to do something better with our voice. So a lot of these folks look at the situation and be like, oh, they ain't like that no more. They kick back, they laid back. So they want to pop out and they want to be social media bullies. Like they get on here, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and they making these high power posts talking like they the ones. It's like all of a sudden you a shooter. And all of a sudden, you think you have this type of voice to carry around and be saying these type of things. Everybody got to answer to somebody. Like, it's a lot of things these folks could be doing with their career as far as ones that ain't got no records. The folks that ain't got no records, y'all supposed to be the ones with the high paying jobs and making a way for the community. Show our kids something different. Instead of try to come from out the closet where they've been hiding at all these years and doing their own social meetings and meeting with regular normal people. They're trying to be out there, them the ones holding the guns on the pictures and the cameras and making threats. I just don't understand the situation. Why would you want to throw your life away when you're in your late 20s and early 30s to try to fake like you this type of person and put yourself out there like that? A lot of folks get checked for that. And when they get approached, they freeze up, they choke up because that's not the person that they are. So you got people out here that's really watching you folks that really have a voice, that be around, and we confused because it's like you didn't hang with us, you didn't thug with us, you ain't been in no activities, you ain't been in juvenile halls, you ain't been to county jails and prisons and YA and all that. It's like, I don't understand. Now they want to jump off the porch and have a voice. That got to do with a lot of folks on here. It's a lot of these folks, they older cats. They claim to be OGs, but they never been participating in the things that they should be participating in. And that's facts. These folks is out here trying to be somebody they not. And the internet got it set up to where you could be all you can be. And a lot of these folks is not built like that, and we all know that. Like, do something different with yourself. Y'all complaining about the other races elevating and having these jobs and all that. Y'all need to get up and go get you a CO job. Go work in them prisons. Help your folks out. You ain't got no record. And whoever told y'all being a CO was something wrong with it, getting a career, them the ones that want to see you drown and crash out. Like, everybody complain we don't have any black police officers. We don't have a lot of black police officers in the community because y'all telling the people that they can't be cops, that they no good, they snitches, they ratting and all that. That's facts. That's what happens when you fall under the umbrella of these unseasoned OGs that's putting these rules down on these young cats and expect them to do the things that they either did or wanted to do or was scared to do. So people come with these old school rules. You a snitch, you be a police, you be a CO, but you complain about the police officer knocking down the community for no apparent reason. Nobody's setting these folks up to win. Y'all engraving this in their head. It's a lot of people that passed on and their kids are still living and trying to elevate and become something, and y'all trying to make these folks live off their father name, which I know if their father was here, he wouldn't even want them doing the same thing. Why not take these dudes under y'all wings and steer them in the right direction? It's a lot of cats that's in their 20s that don't have no record. Why you don't have gun license? Why you ain't, you know what I mean, in some type of high-paying job, doing your thing, opening up some type of community centers, being an activist, to have a real voice? Because the voice that y'all trying to put out there, we don't believe it, we don't stand on it, and we don't respect it. Them the same cats that come around and don't get handshakes and can't come in certain parts of the section of their area because they can't hang with the sharks. All of a sudden, a lot of the sharks are in jail and got knocked down. These dudes want to come out and fake like they the sharks. Ain't nothing but a big old fish tank full of goldfish. If you out there and you watching this, you need to get it together if you got a clean record. Go get you something to do with yourself. Because hanging in the streets and hanging in the hood is not it. There's nothing there. Ain't nothing but a straight casket or them bullet shells flying at your head. And people don't understand that. They don't think fat meat greasy. They just think, oh yeah, it's quiet. Ain't nobody doing nothing. A lot of people think ceasefires are weak. You out here hanging with y'all want to do ceasefire with them. But you going to be running around here doing all this trickery stuff to trick your mind that you doing something real. And when they trick you off the streets, guess what? You're going to be in jail eating spreads with these same folks, politicking with these same folks, back to back with these same folks. So it's a lot of you people out here that ain't never been nobody, ain't never really did nothing. And when people talk about ceasefires and peace treaties and all that, y'all not for it. Y'all not standing on it. But y'all not the same dudes that's out there getting shot at and sending shots. Y'all the dudes that survived under the umbrella of not doing anything, not participating in no activities. These are the same folks hollering, we don't want ceasefire. Make it make sense. Let's make it make sense for sure, and that's facts. And then, a lot of these folks, y'all got females stirring up gang activity on the internet. When did a female have a voice to speak for the males? They not out here sending off no shots. You're not out here driving these cars. You ain't putting in no work. You ain't doing no time. So I can't see how a female want to sit there and speak on a man's throne. You got to make it make sense. Women are not built for war. They built off emotions. So if you get an emotional woman in the circle and she starts thinking she has a voice and she starts, preaching this stuff to these young cats because she hang with these sharks. Y'all allowing these folks to do that. So when everybody be like, the gang culture is trash, it's true. It's facts. I always say it. I stand on it. But it's trash because it's a lot of you folks that claim to still be in the gang culture and straying these folks the wrong way. They ain't out there getting no real money. They ain't out there really doing nothing. They just talking. They on the internet talking and showing. It's a fashion show. The pistol is a part of their outfit now. It's fashion. And 9 times out of 10, when these dudes get knocked down out there, they don't even have the pistol that they show on the internet on them. It's like they just doing it. You don't even know. You putting yourself out there for people to come attack you. And then you put yourself out there for folks like I to get on here and make a reaction and be like, I don't know who these folks think they are. Because a lot of these folks is running around here trying to be something that they not. The gang culture is trash. It's over with. It's nothing in it. So if you out here running around gang banging, get you some life insurance. You already know what's next. Put some money up for bail. Don't be saying I went to jail, ain't nobody do nothing for me, ain't nobody send me nothing. You ain't even doing nothing for yourself. Following around crackhead OGs, basehead OGs that's snorting, tooting their nose and, you know what I mean, smoking dope, popping pills, drinking lean with the youngsters. Them ain't the folks you supposed to place yourself around. So after the smoke cleared, it was the return of the squares. The same ones that was playing football, doing all that. We salute y'all, respect y'all for doing what y'all did. We never even applied pressure to you because we know what type of person you was. And now that everybody's locked up and doing time, and there's a few of us real ones out here, y'all trying to poke y'all chest out because y'all don't see us out there doing what y'all do. Hanging out, getting high with y'all, hanging out every day like we ain't got nothing else to do. If you hanging out every day in your set, you ain't got no life. You ain't got nothing else to do. Especially if you got some kids, you supposed to be trying to build some type of foundation so you can lead them something. Right now, they got the blind leading the blind. Now it's time to blindside them. Dope fiend them. Get them up out of there. If you part of the culture, you have a voice in the culture, start putting a fix to your community. Start checking these folks. Calling these folks out on their stuff. Stop posting this high power tough stuff on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, because we know you're not like that. And that's facts. I only come on here to bust y'all across your head with reality checks. I don't get on here to tell BS stories that don't make sense or glorify the gang culture, you know, to the culture. I don't get on here and go back and forth with nobody. I check situations, and that's facts. So with that being said, this reaction has officially came to an end. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm going to bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for notifications. So when you drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen, tap in.